Okay guys, this is problems of the day for Friday, March 20th. I'm going to go ahead and start with the first one. The first one is the perimeter of a quadrilateral is 73 inches. The measurements of the sides are 12, 16, 42. What is the measurement of the fourth side? A quadrilateral, we should know what a quadrilateral is. A quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. It's a four-sided polygon. So I'm just going to try to throw in that geometry terminology for you guys. So I know it's a four-sided shape. I need to find the measurement of the fourth side. That's what's missing. Even though I can tell based off this measurements, it is not a rectangle because the sides are all different measurements, I can still just draw a rectangle just to visualize that I'm dealing with a four-sided shape because I know some of you guys are visual learners. So if you want to start, just start with drawing a four-sided shape. It's okay if it's not to scale. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to write down what I know so I can picture it. One of the sides is 12. One of the sides is 16. One of the sides is 42. And then I have this missing side. I'm going to use the variable m for missing. So here's my quadrilateral. Not to scale, but that's okay. The question asks, what's this fourth side? I don't know. But what I do know is I do know the perimeter. And the perimeter is the measurement of the outside of the shape. So the measurement of this outside of the shape is 73 inches. I know when I find the perimeter, I'm adding up all of these sides. And that gives me the perimeter. So I know my equation is 12 plus 16 plus 42 plus that missing side, that m. Remember, a variable is just a letter or symbol that represents the missing number. And if I added that all up, I would get 73. So now I have my equation. So I'm just going to break it down. There's multiple ways you guys can do this. So the way I do this does not have to be the way you do it. I see three different numbers. So I don't want to stack three numbers on top of each other. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break it up, and I'm going to start by adding two of these numbers together. So I'm going to start by adding 12 and 16 and find out what that is going to give me. I'm going to choose to set it up vertically. 2 ones and 6 ones is 8 ones. 1 10 and 1 10 is 2 10s. So I know that 12 and 16 is 28. Now I still need to add this 42 and my missing side, and that'll get me 73. So I'm going to take, I know it's going to start to get clustery. I'm going to take 28 and I'm at 42 to find out what that is. 8 ones and 2 ones is 10 ones, which is the same as a 10. So yes, we don't say carry the 1, but we have 10 ones. So if I have 10 ones and I make a 10, I have 0 ones left over. So that's why I have 0 ones here, and I made that 10. And that's where that 10 goes. So 1 10 plus 2 10s is 3 10s, plus 4 10s is 7 10s. So right now, I know that that rectangle or that quadrilateral, if I had 3 of the sides, it gets me 70. But I have a missing side. So I know that this is 70 plus something is 73. 70 plus m equals 3. Well, I should know in my head if I'm at 70 and I need to get to 73, that's just 3 more. 71, 72, 73. So my missing side is 3, and the measurement where we're dealing with is inches. So 3 inches is your answer. 3 inches is the measurement of your missing side for that quadrilateral. All right, let's look at our next problem. The next problem, every night Miss McKee eats 4 cookies. She eats these cookies for 8 days. On the 9th day, she eats 18 cookies. How many cookies did she eat in all? First thing I'm seeing is lots of numbers. So I'm going to slow down. This might be a 2-step problem because there's multiple numbers. Every night, Miss McKee eats 4 cookies. So I'm visualizing in his head. Miss McKee's sitting in her pajamas. She's eating these cookies. She's eating 4 every single night. And she's doing this for 8 nights. So it sounds like it's repeating. Equal groups. But on the 9th day, she does something different. She eats 18 of those cookies. So I've pictured my story in my head because once I visualize it, I can start to solve it. I'm not even thinking operations yet. I'm just thinking, what do I know and what do I not know? The question is, how many cookies did she eat in all? So I need to know over the span of all these 9 days, what has she eaten? I don't know my total yet. So I have to get to a total. She eats 4 cookies every night for 8 nights. This is equal groups. Every night is a group. And there's 4 cookies every one of those nights. So I'm doing 8 groups with 4 in each group. 8 times 4. I could also do repeated addition. I could add 8 4 times. So let's say I want to do that. I want to do repeated addition. 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8. I know 8 and 8 is 16. 8 and 8 is 16. I could then add 16 plus 16 to get 32. Maybe you just have this memorized and you know it's 32. So over those 4 days, I ate 32 cookies. But does that tell me how many I ate over the span of 9 days? It does not tell me, because on the 9th day, I go crazy and I was stressed out, and so I ate 18 cookies. So I ate 32 cookies for those first 8 days, but then I ate another 18 cookies. So I need to combine this together. And the operation that will show me combining this is addition. So I'm going to take those 32, and this was step 1. So if this was on my paper, I would organize this nice and neat, and I would do step 1. I'm trying to do it really big so y'all can see it. Step 2, it is a 2-step problem. Usually when I see more than those 2 numbers, not always, but it's usually a clue. So now I'm going to take 32, and then I'm going to add that 18 other cookies I ate when I went berserk. 2 ones and 8 ones is 10 ones. So if I have 10 ones, that's the same as saying I have 1 10. So if I take all those 10 ones and I bundle them all together and I make a 10, I don't have any ones left. And I'm adding that 10 up here. 1 10 plus 3 10s is 4 10s, plus another 10 is 5 10s. I ate 50 cookies in those 9 days.